Hello, hello, hello. I don't know if we're here. I don't know. I don't know if we're here or not. It's all a bit... You never know. You never know. With YouTube Studio, if we're here. But I guess we are here. I guess we're here. Just waiting for it to open up. And the control panel is here, and I'm here. And again, the date's wrong because it keeps putting the old date in for some reason. For it is indeed the 6th of October. Indeedy. There we go. You know, it's not made for kids. So here I am. Eddie Van Halen is dead. But I'm still here, folks. Yeah. He died with the throat cancer, got to his brain, he's dead. 65. There you go, had a good run. We don't need to talk about it anymore. Has my groove been? Steady. So we don't need to talk about it, we've dealt with it. Van Halen is dead. Got it out of the way. Got it out of the way. Hot. So just sit here then. Just sit here for a minute. Just me and Pegasus. Just sitting here. All quiet like. Because there's nothing else going on. Oh man. What are we going to do? There's no one here. What is going on? Oh, just me and Pegasus. Just guess there's no one out there. There's only 10 people watching. I guess everyone's given up. They got so full up on coffee time. They just can't be bothered with any of this nonsense. Michael's here. Oh, thank God for that, Michael. You saved us. You've saved us. You've saved the evening. For without you, what would we do? Oh, Exodus has been enjoying coffee time. Isn't that nice? Yeah, well, it's not exactly difficult, is it, to do? Just talking cobblers, I suppose. Doopy-doopy-doo-doo-doo. I'll just sit here and drink my coffee. It's going to be a quiet night, isn't it? We're going to be over really soon. Hey, Payne's in. Payne is in. Ba 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 ba. Mr. Payne is in. Excuse me. He is Mr. Payne. La la la. I'm singing songs on names. Blah blah blah. Whoops. Everything's going off over there. Bing a bing, bing a bong. I've got email. Because I've just bought another plugin for me. I've bought a new plugin. I've bought a new plugin for me. Oh, God, blind. It is quiet tonight, isn't it? 10 people. They obviously didn't get the thing. What can we say? There is. Jeffrey is here. I've already done it. You should have got here soon. He's dead. That's it. What do I care? I don't care. He's dead. I'm not. I'm still here. Throat cancer went to his brain. He's dead. He's 65. That's it. Thing about Van Halen in the UK is we know them for two things. The first is jump, might as well jump. Jump. That's it. We know him for that. And why can't this be love? That's all that Van Halen is to the UK populace. That's it. And not even that. More jump, go. That's it. Isn't that brilliant? They're a bit like Kiss in that respect, you know. But I'm sure grown men will be weeping his demise, and that's their choice, isn't it? Really. Yeah, it's sad. He's dead. I can't pretend to be interested. You know, it's just you just go. But they should never have got rid of the bass player, should they? I've never forgiven him for that. Should never have got rid of the bass player. I thought that was mean. Mean. Do. Go ahead, jump. Boo, 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 boo. Jump. Boo, boo, boo. Boo, 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 boo. That's it, really, isn't it? I suppose you've got to remember for something. Oh, yeah, it's groovy. God, there's no one here. Contentious says, sorry you missed out on VH's good stuff. Look, I was more a David Lee Roth fan, you know. Just a Gigolo and all that stuff, you know. California Girls. That's where I'm at. I don't really care much for that hair rock. Yeah, that's what it is. Is it hair metal or whatever? I don't care. It's no interest to me. They got Future One's got a new album out on Friday. That should be good. Look forward to that. It is incredibly quiet in here tonight. There's 16 people watching. Methinks that the bat signal hasn't been shown. Methinks it's just YouTube are trying to kill me. I've been having too much fun with the coffee time. So I said, oh no, the Twitter's got the live stream. I don't think it does. It doesn't go to. Roger's in. It doesn't go to the Facebook, but then who cares about Facebook? Facebook's just a hot mess anyway. Oh, blimey. God, blimey. That's that, really, isn't it? I ain't got nobody. I've done that. Good. Contentious says Sodom in 80. They were still good. Well, full disclosure, I was stoned like everybody else. Well, there you go. You can only really appreciate their music if you're off your tits. Huzzah. Payne's late as usual. Everyone's late. Oh, wait a minute. We've got 29 people in. That's a bit better. Where is everybody? What's going on? What's happening? Hey? What's happening? It's like no one could be bothered. Doink, 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 doink. Go ahead, Jim. Wah wah wah. Do 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 do. New plugin. New plugin. Ba 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 ba. New plugin. And that's that installed. Woohoo! As Blur might say. A woohoo! I'm just activating my plugin. Oh, iLock. I mean, that is a complete waste of time, isn't it? iLock License Manager. Just another ball ache. Activate plugin. Are you a pirate? Oh no. You've got to use iLock plugin license manager to activate your plugins. Oh, for Christ's sake, it's like wading through treacle here. It really is. Here it is. Triceratops. Oh yeah, baby. Let's activate you. Oh, activate complete. Confirm activation. That's what I want. Are you sure? Are you sure you want to activate it? Yeah, I am. It is a success. Of course it's a success. Your activation has failed. Now to quit Logic Pro and to restart it so it scans the plugins. Wah, 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 wah. Jump. Pete Cushing says, shame about EVH, the greats are leaving us. Look, he's had throat cancer for about 20 years, isn't he? I don't know why people are surprised by this. Wasn't he going on about some miracle cure? He drunk his own semen or something, or did I imagine that? And he went a bit crazy. People were saying he's gone a bit crazy. That's probably because of the tumour, the brain tumour, isn't it? Because it spread to his brain. Yes, it's sad. It's sad. He's not here anymore. But will there be a power struggle for the band? Will his son Wolfgang take over? Will David Lee Roth come back and invite Sammy Hagar and they run it together? God, that'd be good, wouldn't it? But yeah. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Oh, it doesn't matter. That was a delicious instant coffee. My life is now complete. Oh, don't save. Right, here we go. Right. Roger says, "Can you give us a little rig rundown?" I don't have a rig. There is no rig. It's all software now. It's all software. Why would I have a rig when I can do it all on here? I'll show you something. You want rig? This is my rig. Look at this. This is a Boss volume pedal. It's built like a fucking tank. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, look at the action. Nice action. Can also double up as an expression pedal. There you go. Yeah. So there is no rig. Oh. And there aren't any guitars. This is all green screen. Look, see, look at my hand passing through those guitars there. Look at that. They're not actually there. I haven't done that for ages. Oh, but I did activate my plugin, which was nice. When did you get the Jaguar guitar? Oh yeah, I got this the other day. Got this last week. Because I am a very naughty man and I shouldn't buy any more guitars. But hear me out. Because I was going to do a review of it. But the light's been a bit off because it's been raining. I'm hoping tomorrow will be a bit more of a brighter day. Because natural light, you see. Natural light. No fancy ring light, except for that ring light, but it's not enough power. I mean, I could set up my massive studio lights, but that takes effort and feels like it's work. But I'll show you it. Are you going to be good? You're going to be good? Because I'll show you it. But listen to me. Listen, there's an important reason why. It's a Jaguar. I've got to do this, you see. No, you're not looking at my cock. You're looking at my guitar. Cock cam. This is it. This is the new Jaguar. You see, this is what I spend all your money on. You know, you suckers give me money. This is what I spend it on. No, not really. It's all on the card again. But I got a sponsored thing the other week, didn't I? I did a thing for DistroKid, and they paid me handsomely. So I thought, I know. Instead of tackling the locked deck, I'll buy this. This is a Fender Vintera or Vintera. You say Vintera, I say Vintera. Let's call the whole thing off. I don't know if I'll keep it. I want to keep it. Head says, oh yes. Does it fit? Heart goes, but it's a Jaguar. Excuse me, windy pops. And it is a fine Jaguar too. Listen to that. Listen. And I'll explain the logic and why I bought this. My microphone's in view there. It is a short scale neck. That means it's about that's shorter than a regular guitar neck. And I thought, with my crappy fingers, especially that crappy finger, it'd be nice to have a smaller neck to play on. It might help me with my finger problems. That was my logic. Also, these are hard to come by, because I don't know if worldwide guitar production has kind of fallen off a cliff, and GAC had one of these in stock, and these are very hard to find. And the reason I got it, there is a reason, is this is the most flexible Jaguar there is. No, it doesn't bend. It's about these things here. You see, these things are called pickups. Yeah, and they've got little magnets in them that catch the vibration of the strings, turns it into a voltage signal. It's very clever, and it's got switches that turn them on and off. But it's up here, this bit here. You see, this bit. That's a kill switch, so you can go. But this, you're gonna like this. If it's that way, humbuckers. If it's that way, a single coil. And so you can have. Wait for it. You can turn it. You can turn off. So you can have. I've got to get this right. You can have bridge on its own, neck on its own, together. Or you can have humbucker, single humbucker, single humbucker, single. I've got it wrong. Let me start that again. You can have humbucker, single humbucker, single, off and on. There's so many tonal varieties, Rodney. So many, and so it is the Swiss Army knife of Jaguars. It is the most flexible of the Jaguars, and there's not many of them. I mean, I'm not sure about the colour. It's a bit sonic blue apparently. I put it more as baby blue. But that's the idea. That's the idea of it. And I've done a bit of recording with it. It's got one of those awful pale ferro necks, which is as dry as a mummy's jockstrap. I took the strings off and lemon oiled it up to oblivion. Then put some Ernie balls on. Love me Ernie balls. Right, you ready? You ready for this? You ready? And that was for Eddie. I thank you. Don't all applaud. And that's why that is. Alright. Because it's my intention to own all the guitars in the world. You see? That is my intention. For I'm a very naughty man. Very bad man. Don't worry, I've got stuff to sell. I've got loads of stuff to sell. I've still got those Jethro Tull things to go. And I sold some stuff this week. I had some gear that you didn't see that sold. So yeah, it'll be paid for. It'll be paid for in a week or so. So there you go. Oh, and we've got to thank just DistroKid as well for giving me a little bit of money for doing an advert for them. Though no one's watched it. I don't know why they approached me. It's because I'm quick and cheap. You see, cheaper than the others. There we go. So that was the Jaguar. It's almost as fun as the Bass 6, the Squire Bass 6 I got. Who remembers this? See, similar switching thing, you see? Yeah? Oh, but I've fixed this now. This is all fixed. I mean, just talk guitars. Should we just talk guitars tonight? I really love. I ordered. You see that? That's called Black Abilene. That pickguard, and it catches the light. It's really three-dimensional. WD Music do them, and they're custom made in the US of A. And I've got one for my Telecaster because I really like that. Really like that one too. But this, I changed the bridge to Mustang bridge. You see there, because the intonation was wankered. I've got it all nice and set up. It's not too high. I mean, but then as a bass player, I'm kind of used to it, and it sounds all right. And the funny thing is I had the Fender version of this. I know you can see me playing at it. This was years ago. The Fender version of it, and I was never happy with it. It just didn't sound bass 6-y enough for me. Probably because it had a humbuck here. I mean, it was a nice guitar and that, but it just didn't feel right. So guitars got to feel right. It's about the feel of them. So I sold it. Regret that now because it's they're a bit collectible. You know what I'm saying? Coin. But I picked this one up in a sale many years ago now, about 4 years ago, 5, I don't know, 4 years ago, and and tightened it up a bit. And this plays obviously more like, even though it's a Squire, it's a really nice guitar. Some nice wood. It's made of wood. Some nice patterning on it, and it sounds more like a Bass 6 than the actual Fender version. They were both released at the same time. Back in, was it back 2012, I think it was, because that one featured heavily on the Americana CD, the Fender one. But I got that. So yeah, really pleased I got it. It's got rosewood neck, you see. None of that Pal Ferro or Indian Laurel that they're, because rosewood is like rare. Yeah, so it's rare wood. You don't use it unless you pay top dollar for it. So guitars, eh? Don't you just love them? I do. It's my midlife crisis. I'm just going to sell all my records and buy guitars instead because they make me happy. They make me happy. But of course, folks, you can support me via Patreon and via the join button on the YouTube, or you could just send some money via PayPal. I'm sure there's links out there, and I could buy more guitars. And you can say, Darren, what's that new guitar you've bought? And I go, oh. But I'm still debating whether to sell the Dan Electro electric sitar guitar. Because you see, you can't get them now. You can't get them. I got that for a good price though. The price of that went up by about £100 because I got it from Taman, right? I don't think anyone was buying them, and I got it for, I can't remember how much it was now, but I know it went up because next time I went, it was up by about £100. So you put the price up. That's interesting. And I know at least one person. They left a message because I did a video on it, and they said, I bought one because of your video. There you go. Didn't earn any money out of it, but there is no rig rundown. Payne bought some treacle when times get tough. Buy treacle. I activated my plug-in. Payne says, Jump was the sound at the track to our school bus many mornings back in the 80s indeed. What's my opinion of Alex Belfield? I don't know who Alex Belfield is. Should I know who he is? Pikachu says, I wonder if I was to do a pig rundown. Absolutely. Hussey's in. He says, good morning. Hussey is... Shall we do it? What the hell? He's from the land down under. Let's not do that again. AK says, this gobby little prick bans anyone who disagrees with him politically. Is he talking about me? Oh, fuck, man. You just gone and got banned. I'm not here for a debate. Did I say this was a debate? Did I say, hey, come and debate me? No, I didn't say that. The reason I don't enter into debates is because you call me rude words like that. You see, until you can come to me with a nice, sensible, reasoned debate, and you don't use racial epithets or the Jews are controlling the banks, all that right-wing nonsense. If you can come to me, and the same goes to the people on the left, I'm in the middle. I'm more left than. But if you can come to me and you can have a nice, logical, polite discussion, I will not block you. But you come on here and you say that. And you wonder why I block people. Are you fucking stupid? I think you fucking are. And that's what you have to deal with on YouTube. A lot of stupid people. But I want to live in a world where everyone agrees with me. Come on, you know me, guys. You know what I'm like. I'm the benevolent dictator. You know. And if I ruled the world, it'd be wonderful. Remember, certain member from that band compared me to Robert Mugabe, which is kind of funny because we shared a birthday together, isn't it? Me and Robert Mugabe born on the same date. I love that. That makes me happy. So there you go. Lenin's late and he didn't get a notification. I'm sorry to hear that. That was what I was saying at the beginning because it was very quiet in here at the beginning. We were lonely. It was just me and Pegasus and Michael. Michael came in and saved it with his sparkling repartee. He didn't. He just said here, but what can you do? I was hoping people would help me out. But there you go. Very nice guitar, says Jason. Absolutely. Then he says, now I've missed all the talk on Eddie Van Halen. It was just me doing the usual routine where I go, but I'm still here. There wasn't much to talk about. I don't care. He was just a guitarist. He wasn't important. He didn't find a cure for cancer. He didn't save anyone's life. He didn't, do a heart operation or brain surgery. He didn't teach children how to read, did he? He was just somebody who played the guitar. And that puts him somewhere around refuse collector in the importance of things in the world. In fact, actually, no, refuse collector is above him. He's parking attendant. He's about that level in the importance of jobs in the world. Don't fool yourself. Don't think that these people are worth idolising. They're not. Yeah, it's sad he's dead. We had it coming because he's had throat cancer for about 50 years now. That's that. And if I'm shocking you and upsetting you, tough titty. Yeah, it's sad. It's another person gone. But there are lots of other people who've died today who probably deserve a lot more recognition than him. Okay? We shall move on. Just move on. We need to get a Deadpool. We need to get a Deadpool sorted where we put our favourite musicians on and we can sit, and then we all nominate a musician, all right, of us regulars. I know who I'm putting on. You know I'm putting on. It's going to be hard. Shall I? I'm going to go with that. The featured artist. I'm putting him on the Deadpool, right? We all put a name forward on the Deadpool, and whoever gets the first one up, I don't know, wins a prize. I don't know. I haven't got anything I can give you. How about my Ernie Ball string winder? Is that a good prize? I don't know. Oh, here you go. You can have your very own Dan Electro warranty card. There's that. Now that's a prize worth having, isn't it? Oh God. Well, I think we've just hit the skids now. I think I've revealed my true colours. That I'm a cold, uncaring arsehole. I'm a gobby prick. Remember that, gobby prick. I quite like that name. I might retitle the name that, gobby prick. It's got a ring to it, isn't it? I like it, gobby prick. Yeah, I like it. But yeah, it is sad that Eddie Van Halen has gone, and I know he's inspired a lot of people to play the guitar. I'm being serious now. It is sad, but I mean, what do you say? You know, because none of us are getting any younger. We're all getting old. We're all getting old. We're born to die, you know. And he did have this medical issue which he'd struggled with. I think you're not allowed to say fight cancer anymore because people say you can't say that. You can't say fight cancer. He said fight cancer. That makes him a fascist. But he had his struggles, and you know, and he got this far with it, and he was still performing, and that's the really interesting thing is even though he'd been ill for all this time, he still managed to haul his arse around and play with Van Halen with his band. I mean, again, I don't agree with them dumping their bass player, the original bass player, and shifting his son. I always thought that was a little bit distasteful. That. But that's politics, isn't it? That's band politics for you. But yeah, it's sad. But he'll be remembered. I won't be. And I think that's the natural order of the world. We should now move on. Thank you. For Simon says, can you play some surf rock on that new guitar? I can barely play anything. Problem is, and this is the problem, is when I play a guitar, it sounds like me playing a guitar. No matter what guitar it is, it still sounds like me. Shit guitarists. That's my level. That's my level, shit guitarist. And I'm hammering it. I'm fucking dominating the whole shit guitarist level. You can't fucking outgun me at being a shit guitarist. I'm just there. I've got it. I'm in the zone. In the zone. But don't knock my bass playing. I'm a fucking good bass player. Probably the best in the world. Hussey says, do you use any particular mastering software for your albums? DistroKid is great. Thank you for the heads up. I hope you use my link. I hope you use my link. Because you get 7% off if you use my affiliate link. The man at DistroKid says I have to say this. I'm going to post it. I'm going to be a complete cretin and post it. Just wait a minute. Let me get me affiliate link, all right? Because I'm just a whore. I'm just a whore. I'm your private dancer, a dancer for money. Any your money will do. Where is it? Referral program. Oh, it takes so long. Why does it take so long? Oh, there it is. I could have remembered that. It's got my name in it. I can remember that. There you go. You get 7% discount, and I make a cool $5, which is about, I don't know, £2.50. Ooh, that won't even buy me a pack of guitar strings. But there you go. Mastering software. Dare I give away the secrets of my golden ears? For years, I can't remember how long I've been using it. Nearly 20 years. I've been using something from, and I've got to say it right because I always say it wrong. IK Multimedia. I always say IK. I've got this mental thing where I go IK Multimedia and it isn't. It's IK Multimedia because I think of Akai. Oh, it's complicated. It's just one of those things. You ever get that where you know you're saying it wrong, but you just say it wrong. IK Multimedia. They have this thing called T-Rax with a big S on it, and I've been using that for years. And I've got I got a bit windy tonight. I think I've been swallowing air. A lot of excitement. It's called T-Rax with a big S, and I've been using that for years. And all I do is I put it in the output bus in my channel strip, and it's set to a preset that I use. I'm not going to tell you. I can't tell you what it is because it's like McDonald's special sauce. It's like the recipe at KFC. You know, it's like Coca-Cola. Nobody knows what's in it. You know, and I can't get to the nitty-gritty of what I do, but I have this preset that I use. I've been using it for like 20 years. I found the golden zone. You know, It's the golden ratio of mastering, and I found it. And I've set this preset in T-Rex, and it just sits there on a preset, and everything runs through it, and everything comes out sounding like my fingers are all over it. The Darren Lock preset, you know. The preset. That's it. And that's the big secret. T-Rex. And I won't get any money if you go and buy it. So don't buy it. There you go. I'm just being a silly bastard again. Silly bastard. So he's doing EVH, that's right. Beautiful tribute, I know. It was good, wasn't it? I welled up. Got a little bit moist. Doing that. With my advanced fingering. Mrs. likes my advanced fingering. Make sure she doesn't come in, I'll get told off. Do I still own the Digitech Time Bender? I do, it's on the floor there. I should really sell it because I have absolutely no need for it anymore. But it's like one of my children. I'd feel bad for doing it. I did put it up for sale once and no one was interested in it. I had it up on eBay for a decent price and there was not one bid, not one sniff. So I took it down. I took it as a signal to keep it, and it's just there. It's just there, and just gathering dust and dog hairs. Oh, dog's gone upstairs. Just give me a filthy black look. But she's going to the vet tomorrow. She's getting an injection. Ha! I don't know how it's going to work. Do I have to put a mask on the dog? Or do I have to wear the mask? I don't know how it's going to work. Do I wear the mask or does the dog wear the mask? Can you get dog masks? If the dog sneezes, does the dog spread COVID? I don't know. But yeah, I still got it. But I don't really need it because there's a great plugin called Octavox by Eventide. And it's exactly the same as the Time Bender. And you can do pitch delay. I think that's what you call it. It's pitch delay. It's delay when you can, every transient you can turn it into a pitch. Bing bong, bing bong, bing bong, bing, bing bong. Like that. And that's what that does. But you can do it on the thing and then you can save the preset. Like you can only save, is it four presets? Whereas I can save 1 million presets if I want because it's plugins, baby. Plugins. Let's get funky with the plugins. More guitars, more happy. I can't help myself. Payne says guitars come and go as fast as lightning oxygen. I've owned too many, and then they do go. This is it. I use them, and then again it's like oh, and then they go. But I'm kind of, the missus says you're gonna have to sell some because you ain't got a lot of room. I do need to sell some. I do. But I couldn't help it. I just wanted to try a Jaguar. The Jaguar is the last guitar that Leo Fender designed for Fender before he moved on. And it's a design classic. And I wanted a Strat. I wanted a Telecaster. Because that Telecaster's good. I'm glad I got that because it's good price. Second hand, that one. And I got the Jaguar. Just the Jazzmaster left, but I'm not a big fan of the Jazzmaster. It's not. Just not interesting. Whereas that can kind of do a Jazzmaster because you've got the humbucker and the single coil, and I suppose you could dial in a Jazzmastery kind of tone. But I was more interested in the short scale neck. I mean, the other thing I was interested in is like the Fender Mustang basses because they're short scale necks as well. It's just to give my little finger. Look at it. Look at that. Look at it. It goes around corners. Woo, woo, woo. How the hell do I play guitar with these fucking bendy fingers? Seriously, look at that. Look at that. I'm not flipping the bird. I'm actually giving you directions here. Look. How the hell? What the hell happened there? That's all right. That one works. But that one, look. That one's all. It's all kind of bendy in that. That one's a bit bendy too. Now and see, look, you can see if I put them next to each other, it's like a spider, isn't it? This time I'll do shadow puppets on the wall. Yeah, that'd be good. You don't get this anywhere else on any other live streams. Russell's in. Peter says we need to have a debate, huge debate. We need a mass debate. You start mass debating, and I'll just watch. Sounds fair. Hussey says further to last week I was watching Bruford on selling his drums. Yeah, we told about that, didn't we? Relayer should be remixed with him drumming and you pageant mixing. I don't know if, again, not to disparage Alan White. I think Alan White does a really good job on that one, actually, because he's not really a jazzy player, is he? I think it's good. He plays it fairly solid, and that kind of roots down Mraz's jazzy tendencies. And I think if you put Bruford in the mix, it'd probably be just a little bit too jazzy. I think it'd float off in a way, in a big cloud of noxious jazz. Stogoza says definition of optimistic Manson bringing out 24 disc box set. Yeah, I'm not interested in that. I don't need to hear it. Hussey says Deadpool and the String Winder sounds like a band. Love it. It is a groovy prize. Stogoza says the dead are dead and we are alive merely waiting to die. No regrets, exactly. We're all next in the queue. You go first. No, after you. No, you go after you. I'll just stay at the back here. Let me just observe. Jack Walsh says, what if you wanted to go, but Chicago said, ooh, don't, baby, please don't go. Have you noticed that Chicago and the Chicago Transit Authority never on the same bill? What's that all about, eh? What's that all about? Weird, that. Chris asks, has anyone mentioned Pink Floyd yet? No. They're redoing Delicate Sound of Thunder. You can spend loads of money on that. They've liberated it from that box set. Imagine buying that box set just because you wanted Delicate Sound of Thunder, and then a year later they reissue it separate from that big box set, and it's a lot cheaper. And you think, why the fuck did I spend all this money on this box set? Lennon was playing Pink Floyd songs again. Chris says, have we gone a whole 30 minutes without mentioning the Floyd? Yeah, looks like it. Oh, Cymbeline. Joe Lamb says, I don't think you like the band, but the guy from the Flaming Lips shared similar sentiments. Someone was like, music is the greatest invention, isn't it? He said, no, medicine for dying people is. Oh, Wayne Coyne. No, I like bits of him. I like bits of him. There's some bits I like. I did do a review of was it Yoshimi and the Pink Robots, and there are bits of them that I like. I do like some. I like bits. I'm not like I wouldn't call myself a fan, but I appreciate his is it laconic? I suppose that'd be a good. His laconic singing style. He does that great track. Is it The Golden Path with the Chemical Brothers? And I really like that song. The Chemical Brothers always do good songs with guest vocalists, usually Noel Gallagher. But yeah, I like that one, Golden Path. I really like that one. Back for some Black Rocky Peace. Don't know where that came from. Gyro says, have you ever played or owned a Travis Bean guitar? No, I've never even heard of them. Let me have a look. This is curious. Travis Bean. Where you been? Travis Bean. What? What's that supposed to mean? Let me have a look at Travis Bean. Sounds like a brand of whiskey, doesn't it? Travis Bean. Oh, these are good. Fuck no. How much? Are you fucking kidding? $6,000? No, that's way out of my... And that Reverb, they only give them 3-star review on Reverb. So no. Oh, German. No wonder. Oh, German. German company. Is it German company? Travis Bean DE. That's German, but they're not German. Oh God, what is it? What? Is this some sort of unofficial website? Oh goodness, available. Oh, Travis Bean. What a strange website. No, too expensive for my liking. I like my guitars cheap. Oh, where are we? Roger says, do you think Steve Howe will start selling his guitars in the future? He did that, didn't he? Didn't he do that in a few years back? Because there was the big Steve Howe book, and then I'm sure he had an auction. I think he already sold them. Like, let me have a look. Let me have a look. Because he did have a really big collection, didn't he? You know what he lacks in personality, he makes up for in guitars. Steve Howe guitar collection. Sold. Yeah, he did sell some of them. So there's one there that was sold. That was in Denmark Street. They had it was a Les Paul Custom from 1956, which was one of his. And I know, was it Trogley Guitars? He had a Steve Howe guitar go through his collection. But yeah. See, there's a Martin one. See, that was sold in 2018. There you go. That was a solid body prototype electric guitar from the Steve Howe collection. Blimey. There you go. T.I. says, wondering if you'd heard the Townsend remix of Beads on One String that dropped today. I saw it. I thought, Payne says, Noxious Jazz sounds like an album for a punk jazz crossover. Could be. What's my favourite film trilogy? It's Confessions of a Window Cleaner, Confessions of a Pop Performer, Confessions of a Driving Instructor, and no, it's not a trilogy. Trilogy is 3, and I've done 4 there. I have to think about this. I've got it. Beyond the Valley of the Ultra Vixens, Super Vixen, Up, Russ Meyer. There you go. Lenny says, my pals try to get into Flaming Lips because they're psychedelic, but I just find they're okay. Oh, they're better than that. They're better than okay. Alan is in. He says, thanks for the review of the Jam Origin. Could have sworn you've done that before. Oh no, I did the Bias Effects before, but I didn't. I mentioned I think I mentioned it. I did a little play with it. I don't know. Look, somebody asked, and look, that channel's dead. I can't get arrested over there. So I just thought I'd do it. You know, it was something to do, and so I did it. But it's a little thing. You put it in your channel strip, or you can use it independently. I mean, I've not used the complicated. I've not loaded. I think you can put VST synths inside it. Not inside. You know what I mean. You can load them into it, and you can trigger it inside. But I've not tried that. I've just put it in the channel strip and used it as a MIDI gateway to what's in Logic Pro, because that's the way I work. And so yeah, I mean, I just thought for like £100 it was a good solution when I sold all my gear and rationalised it. It was a lot cheaper just to do that. You know, and again, I'm kind of moved on from the whole guitar synthesis thing, because again, guitar. Well, synthesizers are now gone analog crazy, and the last thing you want to do is make your guitar analog. I'll tell you what I did try. I tried the... Oh God, what's it called? I've got to get the name right. This was when lockdown just started, and I thought, well, I'm going to do some stuff. I'm going to review guitar stuff. And I got the Boss SY1000 in, right? It's a blue thing. It's a guitar synthesizer, right? And I tried it, and I was literally horrified by just how awful it was. It was awful, absolutely appalling, because they're obsessed with analog synthesizers and analog modeling. So you can't do saxophone, you can't do flute, you can't do piano. All you can do is go with it, and I don't want to do that. And also the tracking was awful. The UI was designed by a fucking idiot. Trying to program. I literally had it for 2 hours, and then I put it back in the box, and then I contacted PMT, I think it was. That's Professional Music Technology, and under their very generous, money back scheme thing, I said, can I send this back? And I got a full refund for it, because it was singularly the worst piece of equipment I've ever used. And it kind of also reinforced what I was saying about Roland and Boss. Roland Boss are the same. Is just avoid them, because I don't think they really care about guitar synthesis. I think it's just put there. Here you go, and it's expensive, and it is just the worst product I've ever used. Awful. It made my guitar sound awful. It just was awful. There was nothing in it for me. Nothing in it, unless you want it to go, and I don't want it to do that. But there you go. Chris says Moog did a guitar briefly. Yeah, they did. It was the Moog guitar. Cost a bomb, absolutely. And Paul Vaux, I think that's his name, is designing the M-Pick, which I paid for. You could pay £20 a month for like a year. And that was, I don't know how many years ago, he says, looking at his watch. Wait a minute, it's not on my wrist because I'm charging it. That's Apple Watches for you. About 3 years ago, and he's gradually creeping towards finishing this M-Pick, which is going to be like a souped up EBO, and it's going to do all sorts of wonderful things. But yeah, it's the same technology that was in the Moog. It's Moog. It's not Moog. It's Moog. Cows go moo. They don't go mo, do they? Imagine that. Imagine if cows went mo. You could then get them to mow a meadow. I don't write any of this. It's just off the top of my head. But yeah, those Moog guitars were really sexy. I would have liked one, but it's out of my price range. And even second hand, I saw one going, this was a few years back, one was going second hand, it was in pristine nick, but even that was like $2,000. It's like, no, I can't do that. But yeah, the M-Pick, waiting for that, was cool. But again, the problem with the Moog, not Moog, Moog guitar, is it did tend to have one kind of flavour. I mean, it was an interesting kind of EBO-y, infinite sustain kind of noise, but you're paying $2,000 for an EBO or infinite sustain. An infinite sustain kit, cheapest you can get it is £200, and you could install it yourself if you wanted to. But if you wanted it installed by a professional, another 150 maybe, so 350. You've got a similar thing. Or you could get the Ed O'Brien Strat, which I'd really like. Hey guys, if you all threw some money in the hat, I could get an Ed O'Brien Strat which has got infinite sustainer built in, and it'd make me happy. And you want to make me happy, don't you? No, okay, fair enough. But yeah, infinite sustain, eh? Michael Brook, he was using that, the infinite guitar, which he designed, and he gave one to the Edge. There you go. Not many people know that, except me, because I'm brilliant. Gyro goes, they go a lot for money because they aren't manufacturing anymore. The guy died. Greg Lake was famous for playing one in ELP, and Jerry Garcia is cult following sort of thing. Oh, okay, fascinating. Hussey says, what's worse, Love Beach or Heaven and Earth? It's gonna be. We don't do the and or, but it's gonna be Love Beach every time, for it signals the end of prog. 'Twas the end. This was the end. How old was I when I first picked up a guitar? Bass guitar, and it would have been about... Oh, crikey. See, I'm thinking 17, but it wasn't. It was actually 16 when I got my first... Because, yeah, it was 1987, September 1987. Everyone at school was, like, getting bands together. Alright. This is how I remember it. But it probably might not have played out like this. But everyone was getting bands together and playing guitars. Nobody had a bass player. So I'll get bass. I'll get a bass player. I like bass. Bass is cool. And I remember saying to my nan, oh, I want to get a bass. And she went, how much is it? And I said, oh, it was like 130 quid, I think it was. I've still got it. It's up in the loft. My old Encore bass. There is a video on my other channel about it. And she went, here you go. I was like, really? She went, yeah, go and get it. She gave me the money. It's like, go and get it. So I went up to Alan Gordon Guitars, which was in Hoe Street in Walthamstow, and slapped my money on the counter, and I came out with this Encore bass guitar, and that's how I learnt. And I didn't get my amp till Christmas, and then my mum got me a Fender 15 amp, but she forgot to get the lead, and I had to wait another fortnight to get the lead because the guitar shop wasn't open for another fortnight because it was Christmas. Kids today, they wouldn't understand the pain and suffering. We had to go, and then it was a guitar amp, so it wasn't really a bass amp. But that was it. And then I got my first guitar when I was 17. I think it was a Columbus, 50 quid jobby. You know, this is when you could get guitars real cheap, dirt cheap. It weighed a ton. It was all right, but I kind of regret getting rid of it. It was a car boot sale, and I dumped it, and I got a bit of money for it. But you know, in hindsight, it was my first guitar, and I kind of regret doing it. I wonder if there are any on eBay. eBay. Let's have a look. Columbus Les Paul. Let's have a look. Oh my God! How much? £190? Seriously? My God, that looks exactly like my Columbus. Oh my God. Made in Japan? Holy shit. Oh, but it's all wankered. It's wankered. No, I don't want that one. How about this one? Ah. That's the one. That looks exactly like it. Oh my God. I should buy that and do a review of it. Oh, that looks exactly like it. Yeah. Yeah. That's 170. Knobs on that one are different. Curious. Apparently it's a lawsuit guitar. Obviously they must have got taken to the cleaners. I paid 50 quid for it. 50 quid. Bloody hell. Weighed a ton though. I just remember it being so heavy. It's just so heavy. But I did a lot of my early recordings with it. Back in the day. Those were the days. Dry Lamb says, I remember getting my first guitar. It was a cheap ass piece of junk, but I loved it to the end of time. Exactly. Alan says, you never see cows at most tavern either. Yeah, good one. I like it. I'm going to nick that. Chris says, know what you mean about instrument having flavour. The new standard tuning invented by that band can only make a sound that sounds like that band. Again, new standard tuning. People go, oh, new standard. It's like, yeah, if you want to play like him. Same with the Chapman stick, right? I owned a Chapman stick for all of a fortnight. I've told you this story before. And it was like, yeah, I was like, I really wanted to work, but every time I didn't actually record anything with it. Because every time I put anything down, I sounded like Tony fucking Levin. And I was like, I don't want to sound like Tony Levin. I was trying to find my own character in the Chapman stick. And it was like, no, every time I played it. And it had this belt thing. And you tuck it in your belt. And my trousers kept falling down. It's very uncomfortable. You've got this strap around you. I just felt my trousers falling down. Didn't like it. But anyway, publishing company I was working for went bust. The tax man wanted his money. They hadn't paid me in 6 months. Chapman Stick went. It came and it went, but I sold it for profit. Because I imported it from, oh God, was it Portugal? Something like that. This guy in Portugal was selling one. I took a punt on it on eBay. And I ended up selling it for about 300 quid more than I bought it in. So that was good. That was good. I like that. Jason says, I didn't know that Michael Brook gave an infinite guitar to the Edge. I learned something new. Well, that's what I'm here for, you know. I know about these things. I don't know anything interesting, but I know that that sound that you hear on... Oh, what's the one that they did? Joshua Tree, what album? Is it With or Without You? There's some stuff on there that is the infinite guitar, and it's because of Michael Brook. And again, the Edge and Michael Brook work together. So, yeah, that's the thing. Jara says, have you ever known someone who actually makes guitars, like a real craftsman? You're looking at what I made a guitar. I made a kit guitar. It was brilliant. My kit guitar. No, I don't know people who make guitars. I don't know anyone. I don't know anyone. But no, I don't know anyone. But I kind of wish we had a back garden and a shed, because I'd like to do that again. It was nice. It's good fun to do, make kit guitars and that, and I'd like to, do that again and stay in it. And when I first did my first kit guitar, it was a bit of junk. Kit guitars have improved a lot now. They've really, the quality's improved. And also I know a lot more about guitar maintenance, even though, crikey, when I made that guitar, I'd been playing guitar for, 15 years. But the maintenance side of thing, I just put the strings on. That was it. But as recent years, I've got more into the actual maintenance of things and making sure truss rods are straight and, intonation settings and things. Things I should have been doing years ago. So I think if I had another crack at it, I'd do a better one, do a better job of it. Again, it's a nice hobby to have. But no, I don't know anybody. Sorry. What's the oldest guitar bass you have? Well, the oldest bass is my Epiphone. Not Epiphone. What did I say? Encore. Encore. I've never owned an Epiphone bass. It's my Encore bass. It's in the loft. If you go to my music channel and do search for Encore, you'll see it. It's all right for the money I paid for it back in the day. It's all right. The action is almost impossible to play, and it needs to be. I need to actually go over it, but I don't think it's got a truss rod. I'll have to have a look. And the actual oldest guitar, there's two. There's a guitar I've got up in the loft which isn't mine. It was given to me by one of my mum's, I guess you call boyfriends, a guy called Lenny. His dad used to be a professional musician. He used to play for money, and she kind of bullied him into giving me his guitar. And it's a Hopf, and I've not done anything with it. I've not shown it off because it's in the loft in I bought a lovely case for it, and I've cleaned it up, and it's up in the loft, and it's not my guitar, and I just wish Lenny could find me because I'd give it back to him. I feel kind of guilty for owning it, and I'll never sell it, and maybe I should get it down and play it or something. I don't know. Problem is the electrics in it are completely futzed, and I got electric shock from it. I plugged it in, and let's just say I felt all tingly inside, not in a good way, and so I never plugged it in again because I panicked and just unplugged it. And yes, I think the electrics are futzed, and again, it's a Hopf from the 50s, missing its pick guard. I should get it down and have a look at it, maybe give it a clean up. I haven't looked at it in about, since we come here, so 6-7 years. So, but that's the oldest guitar. But then the other oldest one is this one, which you all know. This is my Fender Strat. It's Fender Strat, which turned out to be a rare guitar because it's got this humbucker at the back there, which you can coil tap, you can coil split and turn it into a single coil. And so this is interesting. And this had the MIDI stuff in, but I took it out and covered it up. See, not bad. These are all printed, 3D printed. I designed them myself, and they're like plugs. They plugged into the holes, and I've just glued them in. So you know, it's a bodge, but what can you do? But I expertly repaired. There's a little hole there, which you can't see because I repaired the finish myself. Look, yeah, and there was another hole up here, which was for stuff, but you can see it if I shine a line on it. But yeah, she's still good. She still makes nice noises. I recorded it with her on 2020 Vision. She was on. The neck is not too bad, though the lacquer, the shiny stuff, is wearing off a bit. But that's the other, and that I got in '96 from a place in Denmark Street. And I'm sure the guy that sold it to me is the English fella that works at Norman's Rare Guitars. I'm sure it's him, because he's very distinctive. And he gave me a free gig bag, which I thought was very nice. He threw a gig bag in, which I thought was sweetened the deal, which was nice. But I could be wrong. I could have just made that all up. Where are we? Gyro says, "Do you believe in sentimental value?" Absolutely. Ajax says, "Got ELP Trilogy for £2. Do you reckon it's any good?" What, the album? I'm a Tarkus man myself. Thoughts on the band Nectar? Fucking awful. And that's it. We got to the end of the stream. My God, is that it? Are we done? Is that it? Is there any more questions, anyone? Because, you know, we can stop. But getting the ELP Trilogy album for £2 is a good price. But I'm not a fan of it. I much prefer Tarkus. Tarkus is my favourite ELP album. The first one, Tarkus, a little bit of brain salad surgery, goes on a bit. You know, I wouldn't say I'm the massive ELP fan. You know, you listen to them because it's Greg Lake, isn't it? Anyway, thanks for watching. No one's biting. I think everyone's nodded off. You nodded off. Is anybody there? Hello? Early night. As he says, we've started daylight saving. Have you stopped? Not yet. We've still got to go. It's just gone midnight. 20 past midnight here. Then I wonder what's the UK's answer to Grateful Dead. There isn't one. It'd be Hawkwind. Or maybe Gone, maybe. But Hawkwind is probably the closest thing. Okay, well, we'll round it up. We've had fun. It's the one where we talk guitars, isn't it? Or the one where I pay tribute to Eddie the Van Halen. Absolutely. Did it. In the zone. What was the first chord I could play? It's my favourite chord, which is D. D for Darren. There you go. Everyone loves the D chord. So yeah, anyway, thank you for watching. It's been lovely. We'll do this again. We'll use it. Or pop by Coffee Time Live. We do Coffee Time Live in the morning, yeah? Have a cup of coffee, talk bollocks, yeah? We'll do that. I've got to review Darktown by Mr. Stephen Hackett because someone offered me money. You prog whore, what do you expect? I've got Roger Waters' The Wall, Berlin down there that I've got to do. Got that Queen live album that came out on Friday, but I haven't listened to it yet. I've got to be in the right frame of mind. I didn't feel, you know. And so there's lots of things that I need to be getting on with. And yeah, we'll do this all again soon. Thank you for watching. You've been lovely. Remember, if you can't be good, be safe. But more importantly, don't tell your mother, for Christ's sake.